Welcome to Freedom Systems video tips for the CityShare product. Today we will be showing you how to set up a new user through the login process and to set up access to Freedom Systems suites. I'm logged in as a super user, so I have access to everything in the CityShare product. We'll be starting by going to the user maintenance link located at the bottom of the screen here, this one underlined. I can just click on that, and that'll bring up a list of the users that we have currently on the system. To provide a new user information, to set up a new user, you would just click on Create New User at the top of the screen here. The form that it brings up will set up the necessary information for the new user. So we need to go in here and assign a username. It is case sensitive. The full name, their Windows login, and their email address. There's two fields here. They are optional settings. You can give the user access to viewing Social Security by changing that to a yes, or grant them access to change payroll information by changing this to a yes. They come up as a default to no, but you do have the ability to change them. Once I click on Save, it has brought me back to the menu of the users, and I can see that here is the user that I have created. When the user would log on, it will allow them to enter a password. So now what we're going to do is we're going to give access to certain programs and applications by clicking Select here on the user. You can see that no password has been assigned for this user. When the new user logs in, it will recognize them as a new user and allow them to enter their password and confirm their password. If a user forgets their password, you can come in as an administrator and click on this reset password, and it will do the same process for them to let them enter their password and log back in again. But what we're going to be doing for Gary as a new user is we're going to be giving him access to certain programs. First thing we want to do is go in and select a suite. And we're going to move down to the suites here, and we're going to pick financial management. Then we pick a role that they're going to have in the organization. So if I want to give them access to accounts payable information, I can do that. I also can give them a role, and the role might be that they have full access to everything in the application, or they just have a view-only capability. They do not have the ability to update. We're going to grant Gary full access and click the Save button. So now we've set him up that when he logs into the application, it'll prompt him for his password. He'll put the password in, confirm that, and then he'll see the menu with financial management on it. And we'll also see accounts payable that he has the ability to access. If I wanted to limit the view that Gary had in accounts payable, I could say Gary can't have vendor maintenance or vendor history. He can only have this people, places, and things application. So I can delete that. And when I delete it, I'm not deleting it from the system. I'm just deleting it from Gary's menu. And maybe I delete the ability to view checks. You can continue that process for all the selections on all the menus in accounts payable. When you're done, you can just exit out of here. What we'll do is we will click Exit out of this process, go back to the main menu, and then we'll shut down the application. We're going to come back in again, and we're going to log back in as Gary. Again, it's case sensitive. Now that recognizes Gary as a new user, so we're going to put in his password, or Gary's going to put in his password. And then we're going to click on Update. The main menu comes up. Since we've just started setting up the new user, Gary, the only thing he has access to is accounts payable. You may find this helpful to just limit individuals' access to certain applications, and you could do that. So if we click on accounts payable, the first selection on the menu should be vendor maintenance, but we eliminated that from the menu, and we eliminated some other selections on there. So that concludes the video tip for adding a new user. Please check our website for other video tips, and thank you for your time today.